It's important to note that even without a Demon Slayer mark, Iguro was avoiding Muzan's tentacles and fared better than a Mitsuri who had already awakened her Demon Slayer mark by this point. There was also a moment where he straight up saved Giyu after the water Hashira dropped his sword. So if base Iguro can do that, you can only imagine how much more impressive he gets. Now at first, the power up almost seems like a big mistake because he tried so hard to turn his sword red that he started seeing stars and nearly fainted in the middle of battle due to lack of oxygen. It seems like this mistake is going to cost him dearly, but luckily he saved himself from one of Muzan's tentacles and Demon Slayer mark Iguro lives on to fight. Iguro lands a great attack, taking multiple of Muzan's limbs in one fluid snake-like strike. And Sanemi is the one to notice that Muzan's regenerating slower from the attacks because Iguro is using a red blade. Demon Slayer mark Iguro is then also one of the elite few who actually sees the transparent world as well. Nevertheless, soon enough Muzan has, at least temporarily, taken down all of the Hashira. They are all down for the count while Tanjiro appears to save Kano's life. Iguro is the first one to recover, and although he's lost his vision, he can still fight and saves Tanjiro from one of Muzan's attacks. It turns out he's now getting help from his friend snake Kaburamaru, who serves as his eyes. Together, Tanjiro and Iguro continue to fight Muzan until Muzan gets weak enough for old wounds to appear on his body. Wounds that Yoriichi, the strongest demon slayer in history, left on his body centuries ago. We get to the point where the Demon King Muzan actually starts running for his life, and Iguro is the one who stops him by catching up and stabbing his neck from behind. It's an epic moment. Iguro does all of this without being able to see, and then later, with Yushiro's seals, he gains access to Kaburamaru's vision. He says it isn't like human sight, but I can see better now, so fighting is much easier, end quote. Now it's important to keep in mind that Muzan this whole time is slowing down because of Tamayo's aging potion as well, but still, it shouldn't be ignored that Demon Slayer mark Iguro arguably plays a bigger role than any other Hashira in this final fight. Tanjiro and Iguro are so successful that a scared Muzan tries to divide to escape like he did against Yoriichi in the past, but he can't because of Tamayo's concoction. So cornered, he resorts to his blood demon art that momentarily paralyzes them. But soon enough, the others have gotten back up to join the fight again. Nobody is 100%, but everyone is doing what they can. When Muzan tries to eat Tanjiro, Iguro throws himself in the way. And yet, he still has enough fight in him to join the others and attack Muzan when he gets into his defensive giant baby Muzan form. Iguro attacks him with his twin-headed reptile attack. Muzan is ultimately defeated by the fighters and the sun. Iguro then has the energy to go confess his feelings to Mitsuri, and they agree to be husband and wife in their next lives before they die. So holy smokes, what a beast Demon Slayer mark Iguro was. He